Now let's talk about something else. Those executive orders signed yesterday relative to the assassinations of JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King. The president saying, and these are his words, everything will be revealed. They're not just words, they are a promise from President Donald Trump as he ordered those declassification of all the files, not just the files that we've been able to see, but even the ones with those redacted portions related to the assassinations of those three major leaders, JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King Jr. Let's dig into some history here with presidential historian and professor of history at Rice University, Douglas Brinkley. We're also so grateful to talk to you because we know that you are the author of American Moonshot, John F. Kennedy, and the Great Space Race. So, Doug, the family reaction to this from the Kennedy family, the King family pouring in. So let's break apart the statements one by one. Let's start with the King family. They say the assassination of our father is a deeply personal family loss that we have endured over the last 56 years. They went on to say that we hope to be provided the opportunity to review the files as a family prior to its public release. What do you think some of the hesitancy is there from Bernice King, who is a very vocal advocate of her father's work, and it seems like very protective there?
Well, she's just one member of the King family, but there's been they want to see what happened, but they don't want it to be done in a sensational way. And they were asking the courtesy that when the papers apparently will be open, that they get a first crack at them. They get to look at them so they can process the murder of Dr. King with whatever new information might be there. In this particular case with Dr. King, it's going to be a little slower than JFK. But so I think this is really the biggest news, is that these King papers will be, about the assassination. Looks like they'll be at least, we'll know the game plan here in 45 days.
Right. And, we know that these papers eventually were set for release within a certain amount of years after the killings, but now those releases have just been moved up. Why does the government classify information when national leaders of this magnitude are murdered or assassinated?
Well, I think Dr. King was being, hounded really by J. Edgar Hoover's FBI. They were bugging him, following him, and there's a great conspiracy world that believes James Earl Ray didn't operate alone, that the FBI was involved with this. I once went to Boston University, where not only do they have Martin Luther King Jr.'s papers, but they also have James Earl Ray's jail letters, and Ray recanted. At first he said he's the one who killed King, then he said he didn't. So it's an ongoing investigation, but the public now is going to learn a lot more, particularly if these documents are really not redacted.
Well, and to your point, you mentioned the FBI. The allegation is that they were surveilling Dr. King. Does this speak of sort of a political motive by the president? He has famously said that the Justice Department was weaponized against him. Could that be the reason for the declassification?
I think no question about it. I think when, they're all three of these are different, RFK, they're lumped together here, but you got to look at them from a different lens. Right. JFK's papers, it was the legislation, Congress said in 1992 that they would release them by 2017 unless it was something essential for national security purposes. Donald Trump became president. He didn't release some of this stuff on JFK, nor did Joe Biden. But Donald Trump on the campaign trail made a big promise that he was going to release all this. And it was part of the deal he made with Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Right.
When RFK Jr. left his third-party bid and went hard with Trump. So once Donald Trump was elected, we knew those JFK papers were going to be released, I believe. But the idea that he put all three together in this, such a way is going to have scholars of these three men and of the era of the 1960s and of the FBI and CIA of that era. Everybody's going to be looking to see this. The public isn't comfortable with some of the, the Warren Commission on JFK or some of the current books and thinking that's gone on. This transparency should get us to a stronger historical conclusion.
All right, Professor, thank you so much. We want to let our viewers know there's no quiz at the end of this. However, we took note. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.